There he is. We have 7 minutes.
Listen.
We have 7 minutes. That's not even enough for one question, man. What are you doing to me?
Eddie, I'm happy to talk about Iron Maiden. Let's just talk about. I've heard myself say nothing other than Metallica shenanigans for the last week. Let's talk about Iron Maiden. Come on.
But I got 7 minutes, Lars, before my show ends. What were you busy with, Howard Stern or something?
That was such a fun 3 hours, man. That was great. No,
how are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. We're here in the safety of the Sirius XM building in L.A., and everybody's welcoming and gracious and embracive, and this is so fun to be out of the house and be back doing. This is the first time I've been in L.A. in 2 years, so it's great to be here again and do all this. Having so much fun. How are you?
I'm good. So seriously, what do you think of the new Iron Maiden record? Have you heard it? You said you wanted to talk about it.
Well, I said I wanted to talk about Iron Maiden. I heard the first track that came out a couple, 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah, writing on the
video.
wall. Yeah.
Sounded great, like classic Maiden, but still fresh. And I'm psyched to dive in. I'll definitely check the record out. We got a few more days here in LA, but I'll go off in some quiet corner with it the next couple weeks and jump in.
All right, so listen, in all seriousness, because my show does end in 6 minutes, hopefully we can do something more where we can get into it and have some fun and talk about your
Eddie,
stuff and everything.
You know I'll always call you, and I'll find you.
I know where to find you.
Exactly.
That's right. So, real quick, with the few minutes we have, and I've been promoting it the whole way. Obviously, tomorrow's the big day with the reissue of the Black Album and the 52-song cover record. In a nutshell, Lars, how's the whole experience been for you revisiting this period of the band's history? How's it felt for you to go back and talk about this, revisit the record, hear all these artists doing covers? I was saying earlier to my audience, having been there with you guys since day one, if anyone would have told me when Kill 'Em All came out that we'd be in 2021 talking about Miley Cyrus and Elton John doing Metallica songs.
No, come on, man. That is the mind fuck. I mean, and that's what I've been saying, talking about this record for the last week. I'm so humbled and appreciative and grateful for all this love that's coming our way. Certainly, I think all of us are in a humbled headspace in the wake of the last 18 months and what the pandemic and lockdown has brought, but also the fact that music and that our music has been a part of helping people through these crazy, difficult, dark times. What an amazing thing, the fact that you help people through with doing your show and that everybody else, at Sirius XM, that we can all make a difference at any level. I mean, how crazy is that? You know me, and I've said this to you before. I prefer to sort of keep most of my eyes on the future and what's coming and shows and tours and new records and new material and so on. But obviously, we understand that celebrating the past is a big part of it, especially for the fans, and we want to try to find the right balances. But listen, having Elton John sit and talk about Nothing Else Matters the way he did this morning on Howard and hearing Miley's insanely great vocal interpretation and all the 52 other artists that are on this project, what a time to be alive, man. What a time to be in Metallica. And I don't think all of this is really going to fully register, as you know, with this record, The Blacklist. I mean, hopefully we'll keep discovering new things and new, I've heard all the songs, but I want to keep revisiting them, and I want to hear them when I'm looking out, of an airplane window or whatever. So there's so much material. And when Howard a couple hours ago was reading, there's 14 CDs and 19 pieces of vinyl, and, there's a microwave oven, and you get the keys to the Magic Kingdom or whatever else comes with it. I mean, it's so overwhelming, but hopefully the fans appreciate all this, and hopefully there's a lot of material and things for people to digest some future. Obviously, we're not out of this shitstorm yet, so hopefully this record can keep making a difference through the rest of the dark times.
Well, kudos to you guys in the band. Speaking of making a difference, because the money from the Blacklist record is all going to charity, which I mentioned before. So props to you on that. All the great stuff you've done with the All Within My Hands Foundation that you guys do is phenomenal. And again, I would love to break down this record and these releases with you. Hopefully, we can do that at some point.
Yeah,
but I have like I have like a minute.
I'll call you in the next week or two, and you and I can do a deep dive. It's not.
We'll
a
do it.
problem.
Let's do that. Real quick though, before I do, they do clip me and I run out of time. Yeah. You said eyes on the prize, things ahead. Now we know the Black Album comes out tomorrow, the reissue. We know the 52 song record comes out tomorrow. All the reissues up to this point, the previous 4 have been phenomenal. But did you guys make new music during lockdown? Is there a record coming?
We're on that path. I don't know if it's cohesive enough to call a record. I don't know, but we're dipping our toes, and we've been trying to stay busy. You know, we did the drive-in thing last summer. We did an All Within My Hands event in November. We did a Colbert. We're doing Kimmel tomorrow. We're engaged, and we are creating at some level. It's way too early to talk about a record or a timeline or anything, but we're staying busy, and it's again exciting to just think of the possibilities. And right now we're so rejuvenated and just ready to get back in it. Being down here in LA and being at the receiving end of all this goodwill is so energizing. So eyes to the future while we celebrate the past. And I'll find you in the next couple of weeks, and you and I can do a deep dive into the record if you want.
All right, I'd love to do that. Last question. Yeah. What's your favorite song on the Black Album?
Come on. How many kids do you have? What's your favorite child? I mean, that's not fair.
What's your favorite one today? What's your favorite one today?
Well, the last song from the Black Album that I played was Sad But True in Howard's studio about 2 hours ago. Sad But True is one of those songs live. I'd like to think, even though we played it a couple thousand times, that every time I play it slightly different. It's very freeing. The drum rolls and all the different accents and stuff I throw in there is different every night. So that's one of the song that's a little more freeing. Some of the other songs are a little more sort of you're locked into the same thing. But Sad But True, definitely can't deny that one.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much for a couple minutes. I know you're busy, and we will talk soon. All the best to you. Yep. Say hi to the guys, and thanks for a few minutes. We'll talk.
Much love, Eddie. I'll see you soon.
You too,
Take
Lars.
care,
Thank you, man. Bye. There he goes, Lars Ulrich. Couple quick minutes with him. We'll hold him to that and try to do more on the record somewhere in the very near future.